the reality is that you've sort of talked about it. The fact that coming out, especially in the sports industry, is sort of stigmatized in a way. So I guess since coming out with your video, like how have your interactions with players and other media professionals changed, or has it remained the same?
It's been all the same. And I think the best part of it is a couple of people have told me this. They've said, like, we've known you for years. I mean, you're still you. The only thing that's changed is we now have not an insignificant, but a new piece of information about you. So, you know, it's kind of fun. Arash Madani's one of my best friends. He's known me for 15 years and really knew 10 to 15% of my life. But it's fun to go hang with him like I did last Friday afternoon, and we shoot the crap about his Vikings and his unabashed love for Kirk Cousins. Check his Twitter account if you doubt that. Not a big Kirk Cousins guy, as much as he loves his Vikes. My 49ers, whatever. But now I can just talk openly in the same way that he would say, you know, she's beautiful. I can now say, that bartender, twice each day of the week and thrice on a Sunday, you know, like stuff. So we're able to laugh and be open about it and be genuine. And that's so freeing. Everybody has been hugely, hugely supportive. And I remember saying to my parents probably a little more than a month ago, I said, whether it's happening or not, I can't control it, and I'm not even worried about it. But it has been so positive that I can't even envision some of my friends like mocking me behind my back. I can't even envision a scenario where somebody is making a quip that I would never hear about. Now, maybe it has happened, maybe it hasn't. I can't control it. I don't worry about it. But the face-to-face stuff, the texts, the calls have all been so positive that it's really been validating and reassuring.
And you made a concerted effort to say that you would not be a different radio host in the aftermath, obviously. Why would you? Now, did you think that coming out would diminish your audience's interest levels or affect it in any way, shape, or point prior to sharing your truth? And how did that parlay out?
Well, yeah, and to her credit, Ashley Docking was not thrilled with me for that particular line in my video. She said, why would you even
mention it?
Need to say that? And I said, what I meant was that I am not going to become the rainbow flag waving, reminding you I'm gay every half an hour guy. And also, I mean, if you followed my career and heard my opinions on things like Colin Kaepernick and his protest of police brutality and the systemic racism that absolutely is real in the United States.
Yep.
If you've heard my opinions or how I handled the aftermath of the Kevin Pillar situation when he screamed the FAG word at Jason Mott of Atlanta in 2017 after being thrown at inside, I did not condemn Pillar, but I said, look, it's a teaching moment, and what I hope he does, and I don't care if I ever hear about it, but what I hope he does, or that any of us ever hear about it, is that he goes into the queer community, and in particular meets with adolescents and young adults, and sits there and listens as they tell him their stories about the uncertainty that they have felt inside, the marginalization that they may have experienced. Not all do, or varies in degrees, I know that. But I have tried always to handle those situations with the utmost care, whether or not I was closeted, and back then I was, because I was trying to come at it from the perspective of how would I like to be treated if everybody knew my truth, my nature. And so, yes, I like being queer, being a gay man has informed greatly how I view the world.